Hey guys, it's Realtor Angelo, your local community resource here in Reno. And today I have the absolute pleasure of being joined by one of the most talented, funny, and just all around amazing photographers I know, Emma Paul. Hey Emma,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, it's so good to see you.
You too. I'm excited.
Yeah, so why don't you just introduce yourself and so that people know what you do and what you specialize in?
Okay. I am Emma. I am an elopement photographer in the Reno, Tahoe area. I travel quite a bit as well, but mainly based around this area.
hmm That's awesome. And so, how long have you been in the business?
I have been full time since 2 weeks right before the pandemic.
Oh my
Kind
God.
of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I actually started photography in high school and then
Oh, wow, yeah.
was my minor in college and then
Mhm.
jumped back into it in 2018 before going full time with it last year.
Nice, I love it. So
Mhm.
yeah, the first question I wanted to ask is why did you decide to get started in photography? What inspired you to become an elopement photographer and basically start doing what you're doing great right now?
Yeah, I guess there's not really like a why, like, why does anyone just jump into anything?
Yeah.
But I would say I just always had a love for photography from having the background of film photography in high school and just it always being something that interested me. And then, like, why I guess I started into elopement photography was and wedding photography was shortly after my own wedding and just experiencing that myself and just loving the whole process and loving my photos and wanting to embark in that direction and give the same thing back to other people.
That's amazing. I love that. And I
Mhm.
got to say, your photos are absolutely amazing. I mean, you are just so
Thanks.
talented. And obviously, we've done, we worked together several times, and it's just such a pleasure to work with you. But
Thanks.
so you were working full time in, like as an employee before this, right?
Yeah, I worked at Custom Ink. It's
Okay.
a custom t-shirt company in Reno, and I was an account manager there. I super loved it. Like, I owe a ton of my business knowledge and just who I am to
Yeah.
that company. I was there for 5 years,
Mm.
but doing both at the end was just like I almost died, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Super busy. So I decided that this is what I want to do with my life and I want to work for myself. So I took the
Yeah.
leap.
I love that. So do you think, would you say it was a difficult decision to leave the company that you were at, or was there anything that you struggled with coming up with that, taking the leap as you said, or how did you go through that process?
Yeah, I mean, of course it was super hard. Like, I don't think I've ever cried so much as my last day there. I just loved my like they were like my family, my team. So saying bye to them and giving up like a well-paying job, like
Right.
I made six figures my last year there. I know that that might be kind of weird to say, but like giving that up
Yeah.
to not know what I was gonna make doing this and to have to like put my entire soul into something, but it was hard in that respect, but it was
Definitely.
also easy in the respect of just knowing that I wanted to work for myself and run my own schedule, run my own day, and I wanted all my successes to be my successes, all
Yeah.
my failures, just everything to be mine, I guess.
Yeah, that's amazing. So
Hmm.
what is the now obviously you've been doing this for a while, right? You've been full time in this for about a year, I guess. And of
Yeah.
course you've been part time for that. But what is your absolute favorite thing about doing what you do?
Just making people happy. Like, I get to experience the happiest days of my clients' lives. Like, and a lot of the times with elopements, it's just me. Like, it'll be either just an officiant, the couple, and me, or sometimes just me.
Oh
And
wow.
to be let into that intimate space with a couple and to be a part of the biggest, happiest day of their life and them promising to stay together forever, like, it gives me the chills. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah,
Love it.
sounds amazing. So
Mhm.
do you have a favorite memory from one of your shootings? Something
Yeah,
that,
I have a lot. I have it's actually kind of funny. I love lists, and I have a list in my phone of,
oh, really?
I call it my peak experiences, just some of my favorite moments that are like, whoa, holy shit,
I
like
love that.
this
I
is
love that.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would say the most recent one was during a mentorship that I was teaching, and the couple we were going to use actually had to back out at the last second. So I asked some friends if they could model for the mentorship shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And with shoots like that, where it's like a styled shoot that I plan, a lot of the times you don't expect emotional or like super meaningful moments, because it was more to teach my mentee and
Right.
just so this couple could have some pretty
Mm-hmm.
photos.
Yeah.
But during the shoot, like when they kind of started just to like hug each other and love on each other, a love song came on and he started crying, and
Wow.
she was like, "Are you crying?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just love you so much. Like we've just been through so much and we're here." And that just like I tear up thinking of it.
Yeah.
It was one of those really, really beautiful moments that I would never have gotten to experience, and never seen that side of them without this job.
Yeah, I love that. And obviously I've known you for a while, and I know that you genuinely feed off of these emotions, right? You just genuinely love it, and it just shows. Just being around you, you're just such a positive and amazing person. So thank you for sharing that with us. So now I want to kind of get a little weird, and I wanted to ask, what is the weirdest thing that you've had to do for a photo?
I can't think of like the weirdest thing. I'm sure there's something, like weird shit comes up all the time.
Yeah.
But I would say like I'm constantly just putting myself in weird like positions or getting up high on things, and I'm clumsy, so falling off of things a lot. So
Yeah.
I think like nothing specifically comes to mind at the moment on the spot, but I'm constantly just doing weird stuff and jumping on things and getting low and laying on the ground just to get an artsy shot.
I love that. Yeah. Obviously we've done that together several times, and I was the one also having to climb in higher places. I was like, I don't want to do it, but it was so fun and it was so worth it. So, it's just, I love the fact that you try to push me out of my comfort zone and try to make me, because at the end of the day, now that's something that I remember from that experience. Of course I have the pictures and the beautiful photos that, to remember that day, but I remember being scared to climb on that, rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And I love that you were so, encouraging, like, you have to do it. You just go out there, and you're gonna regret it if you don't do it. And it's true, I would have regretted it if I hadn't done it. And so that's something that I definitely personally remember from when we were working together.
Yeah, so, I love that, because I really do like pushing people like, outside their comfort zones a little bit. And I just think it's healthy, like for all of us, always.
Exactly. I definitely agree. So I always think of you when I think about starting my own business and basically just taking that leap. Obviously, when I decided to become a realtor, I think you were one of the first people that I talked to about it, remember? And so I guess my question for you is, do you have any advice for people who are, maybe are watching this video and want to, start their own business or want to start taking the leap, as you said? What would you say the number one, advice that you have for them would be?
Let's say I have two things. One, just literally do it. Like, don't stall another second. Like, we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised a minute from now. Just do it. Like, it's easier said than done, but just jump in. And number two, just don't stop working hard. Like, it's simple as that. Hard work pays off over everything. Hard work pays off over talent. Like, just, if it's a dream and it's worth it, make it happen. Spend every minute, learning and growing and just not being complacent ever and going after it.
I love it. And, this was also the advice that you gave me. So hopefully I can follow it and, following your steps. But so this is the last question, and I ask it to everyone that I interview for this platform. Is there anything exciting going on in your business that you want to share, or anything cool coming up, that you just want people to know?
Yeah, I guess right now I actually attended a workshop at the beginning of this week, or on Monday, and it was steam photography, which is like intimate couples photography. It's super artsy and intimate, and so I'm just really jazzed on that. And I learned so much about lighting and posing and just getting really creative and deep with my clients. So that's something I'm kind of focusing on right now and really excited about, and is at the forefront of what I want to try.
I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, I've seen those pictures and they look amazing.
Thanks.
But yeah, so that's all I have. Thank you so much for coming on. This was such an absolute pleasure, as it always is, just to interact with you. So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye, guys.